is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, the lyrics, how it was made, the album artwork, and everything in between. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars, tell your friends, share all the posts, all the social medias at Asinine Radio. If you're watching on the YouTubes, smash that subscribe button. Share all your posts. Leave us comments. Leave us good comments. What are you laughing about? I have no idea.
I just can't. I can never get over people say smash
because it's so
that
stupid.
Button.
It's so dumb. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. So yeah, let's get into this. What are we doing today, Jeff?
We're doing Number of the Beast by the Iron Maidens.
By the Iron Maidens. All right, very good. This is their third record. From what are you doing? From 1982. First one with Bruce Dickinson. Okay, this is fun. First one with Bruce Dickinson on vocals as the lead vocalist. Let's get into our origin story with the Iron Maidens. So what do you got? Go.
Yeah, I've never liked 80s metal. I can't stand this singing. I still don't like it. It's fucking bothersome. So I don't have like a growing up listening to Iron Maiden. My mom never listened to Iron Maiden. My dad didn't listen to Iron Maiden. So like nobody really listens to Iron Maiden in my household. Honestly, my true kind of like introduction to Iron Maiden is friend of the pod, Ryan. I don't know if you know this, but one of Ryan's favorite song is Take Your Daughter to the Slaughter.
I know that.
Like he fucking loves that song. And that just, I like that song because he liked it so much, but I never listened to anything more than
how Ryan even knew about that song blows my mind.
He must have just heard it in passing at some point and just latched on because it is kind of a funny little thing to say. Take your daughter to the slaughter. But that's pretty much it. Then fast forward to like when I moved to Arizona and started jamming at the neighbor's house, to where my neighbors grew up listening to this shit and they love it. And like the 5 things we steadily jammed to for a long time were all Iron Maiden songs. And so it was kind of fun though, because I had to kind of relearn how to be better at the guitar. And so I had to learn all these songs that were like way above my pay grade anyway. So it was like Phantom of the Opera, Revelations, Run to the Hills, Where Eagles Dare, and
that's a good song too.
I think that was it. Maybe just those 4. But yeah, that was it. But I remember the first time when they were debating whether or not to play, like, should we learn this one or Phantom of the Opera? I was like, oh, let's do Phantom of the Opera, thinking that it was like Phantom of the Opera. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Yeah, let's do that one.
It's this really complicated, crazy fucking prog song.
Yeah, so I agreed to it, and then it's not that complicated. Like if you dumb it down, it's pretty easy. I kind of fake my way through the solo anyway, but I thought it was the other Phantom of the Opera, and then I heard this one, and I was like, wow, this is fucking better. And I love the Phantom of the Opera. I love.
And you
that
pretend to love musicals,
bro,
and plays.
And plays. Yeah, pretend to love musicals.
You pretend to
fucking play. That's silly.
Because nobody really likes it. So you pretend.
Dude, it's the most exciting form of entertainment that's ever been created. It's a full frontal assault on all of your systems. You get to see something, you get to hear something, so you get to touch things, like audience interactions. Love it.
Okay, all right. So that's your origin story. Is really Ryan, our friend of the pod, Ryan.
Yeah, I think that was the first legit time that I've probably heard like through and through an Iron Maiden song.
All right, my my origin story. Well, much like you, my parents didn't listen to this kind of music. My dad listened to talk radio. That's pretty much it. My mom was more classic rock, Zeppelin, Queen, Ted Nugent, Rush, things like that. But never metal. My mom never liked metal music. Not even Metallica. Didn't even like, Black Album Metallica, nothing like that. So yeah, I never had that exposure. When I got into rock music, metal music, I never really got into Iron Maiden. I liked Run to the Hills since it came out. Or not since it came out, but since I've heard about it in high school. But it wasn't until I saw Iron Maiden live that it all changed. I saw them in 2005 at Ozfest. They played right before Black Sabbath did, their OG Black Sabbath. And I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away by their performance. They had a big, Eddie came out, this big, he was probably 25 feet tall, the big caricature thing, came trudging out on stage, and they're all ripping it up. And I mean, it was quite the show. It was quite the spectacle, and it was so much fun. And then, if anybody doesn't know about this incident, but this is the last show of the tour on Ozfest they did, and they got in a huge fight with Sharon Osbourne because they were leaving the tour, and she ended up cutting the power toward the end of their set, so they didn't play like the last 2 or 3 songs. She cut the power off, and then apparently like she gave a bunch of people in the crowd like things to throw at the band, like eggs and shit like that. So people were like pelting them with like various objects after the power went out, and it was like this big fucking thing at that show. But that was the show I was at. But yeah, after that, I went and bought a greatest hits record, just because they have so many fucking greatest hits, and I just was obsessed with that for a long time. But really, that's my origin story. It's my origin story. So
this is definitely a band that if you saw them live, you would probably become a fan, because like these guys have invented fucking theatrics and metal music. Like that's their thing, and like no one did it better than Iron Maiden in the early days, and they still continue to do it. It still was like impressive to me.
Yeah.
And also, just real quick side topic here, but when I was watching the England match, and then it cut to people in England watching the match live, and after they scored, and people were throwing their drinks in the bar, I was like, why do we throw stuff when we're excited? Like, why do we just?
I don't know.
Like, why? You know what I mean? Like at concerts and shit. Why do we throw things when we're excited? Even like, I paid $12 for this beer. I might throw it if it's full. I don't know. It's so weird.
You probably would. If everybody else was throwing it, you'd probably throw it. Yeah.
Right? When he throws a little cup of water.
Yeah,
why do we throw things when we're excited? I don't know. It's weird.
The amount of Wedding Crashers references we make on this podcast is stupid.
It's
just
astonishing.
Stupid. Yeah.
It's astonishing.
Anyway, 0-2. So let's get into our initial thoughts on The Number of the Beast, because that's the album we're doing today. And then we'll get into any stinkers if we got them, and then we'll run through our bangers and just things overall. So what's your not origin story,
initial thoughts.
First impressions, initial thoughts, first impressions.
There we go. I thought this was going to be, I have a lot of nice things to say about this. I do. I have bangers. I have a lot of nice things to say, but I will say that I thought this was going to be better. I thought this is, for how much people love this record. Mm-hmm. And I also too, just reading kind of like album rankings and Reddit threads, there seems to be like 3 different types of Iron Maiden fans. One type thinks that Seventh Son of a Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is their best record. There's a type that thinks like this is their best record. And there's others that think like the Paul era are like their best records. So I thought that was kind of interesting, because they all, I mean, it's just nitpicking, right? Their first like 7 albums are just in various forms, but I thought that was kind of fun. But like people love this fucking record, and like it sold a lot, and it still sells a lot. And this got them
over 40 million records.
And I get
just this record over 40 million. That's crazy.
I get why it got them places again. Like they're inventing a new like subsection of metal here, like the showy part of metal, right? The theatrics part of metal, and that's cool. That's something I like. That's very like stage play-y, and that's cool. But man, some of these songs are fucking dumb, just straight up dumb.
Yeah, a couple of them are dumb. I'm sorry, it wasn't 40 million; it was 20 million. But even still, 20 million records. As of 2023, it was 20 million records they had sold over. So
20 million is a lot of fucking records.
It is a lot for a band like this too, that aren't, a pop band or have any sort of pop rock, leanings, nothing like that. That's a lot of fucking records.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first impressions on this one, outside of the greatest hits that I bought after, this is the next record I heard from them. And then honestly, that was it until I got Peace of Mind a couple years ago on vinyl. Otherwise, this is the only record I had heard in its entirety. And yeah, this is in the context of the 80s stuff, this is pretty lackluster. Or of the first 5 records, this is the worst of the first 5 records. I'm more of a Paul guy. Outside of Power Slave, I prefer the Paul era. Overall, it's a better era of the band. I'm that kind of fan. I'm that fan because like you said, there's people who are like diehard Paul fans, and then there's the people who love this record and the people who love Power Slave, and that's it. Like there's no in between really. So this is a great record. I mean, Bruce comes into this, he comes in real hot with the vibrato, super fucking hot, and I think he overdoes it. This is he almost overdoes it as much as he does on Seventh Son. And maybe that's why people like Seventh Son so much, because there's so
People
much vibrato.
love Seventh Son, dude.
That's probably why, because there's so much vibrato, and that's what he does. It's like he's trying to do the Dio thing, but it's just kind of like, I mean, Dio's ridiculous. Honestly, I don't care for Rainbow. I don't care for Dio, and that era of Sabbath, I don't really care for. I think his voice is annoying. Yes, he has a great voice, but it's annoying, much like Bruce. And Bruce is trying too hard I feel like he was trying too hard to emulate him. And
yeah,
we hear a lot of that. We hear a lot of that on this record. And I agree. There's two songs that are like, I could do without them. They're good, but in the context of the record, I could do without them. So I don't know. Let's get into this. Do you have any stinkers?
No, I don't have any stinkers. I don't have anything close to a stinker.
I don't either. But there were two songs that are just like, you could do better, man.
So there's 8 songs total, right? Did you listen to Total Eclipse?
I did.
Yeah, because that's
the
one
B-side.
that they wanted. Yeah, the one that should replace Gangland, which it should have replaced Gangland, because Gangland, that's an okay song.
Yeah. So they put Run to the Hills out as a single, and they could not figure out what they wanted as the B-side, whether it was Gangland or Total Eclipse. And all the guys in the band have since said that was a bad choice. Total Eclipse is a better song than Gangland, which I agree. It is a better song.
It's not a great song, but it's better.
But it's better, yeah. Gangland is the worst song on the record, hands down. Easily the worst one. That one and 22 Acacia Avenue, to me, those two songs, they're good, but they don't stand. They're just not nearly as good as the rest.
Correct.
But yeah, Total Eclipse should have been on the record, absolutely. So I guess those are my two okay songs.
Yeah, so Gangland, who cares? I don't have that many fucking
I don't really have
notes on that one either.
that.
I don't care about. I'm just gonna highlight that red because we're gonna talk 22 Acacia Avenue. I don't really care either.
Yeah, right. Who cares about that?
Like even when I write notes on it, I'm just writing notes because I feel like I have to write notes. I'm reading my notes. I'm like, there's nothing here that I really need to say that I can't say on a different song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 22 Acacia Avenue, the only thing I will say, it's part of a 4-song like series that what was it? What's the guitarist's name? Why am I blanking on his name?
Adrian or Dave?
Adrian. No, is it Adrian who wrote the song?
Maybe. Probably Adrian. I think he wrote more songs on this one.
Yeah. Wait, no, it was Dave. I'm sorry. Dave Murray, the guitarist. It's part of the 4 songs that he wrote surrounding Charlotte the Harlot, which is a character, like a prostitute that he made up. And this is the second one. Yeah, this is the second one in that series. The first one was the song Charlotte the Harlot from the first record. And then this one, and then there was a song on No Prayers for the Dying, and then another song on Fear of the Dark, that all relate to this prostitute, about this prostitute, and that's what this is. So I like that kind of concept thing, but otherwise the song, whatever.
Also, dude, like this guy's, I mean, right, it's a lot of work for Steve to do fucking everything. Like, guys, I can't do everything.
I know.
These lyrics aren't.
That's true.
They're not great.
There's some cool stuff. But I mean, it's a lot of
job done.
It's a lot of story, like way more storytelling than I was expecting. Because I know Run to the Hills is very much a story, but like every song is too. Like every song
get to that one, but it's not like folk storytelling where they're actually telling a story.
True.
It's more like a guy like me who's going to write a story,
building a world.
It's very basic. It's very like elementary, but sometimes he just like these guys use buzzwords, dude. Number of the Beast. Like, hey, let's just write a song that will pretend it's about something else, but we use a lot of buzzwords and people will think it's about something else and they'll pretend that it wasn't about that thing. Like, that's what fucking Number of the Beast is. You have to get the fuck out of here. These guys.
All right. So yeah, we don't want to talk about Gangland. Who cares about that song?
I only have 3 bangers, bro. That's it.
Really? I have 5.
Yeah.
I have 5 bangers on this one.
I have 3 bangers, and then I have 2 that are half bangers.
Half bangers because Bruce sings?
No, half bangers because the latter half is so goddamn good, but the first half is dumb as fuck.
Okay. So let's get into your 1B then, your number 1 banger. What do you got?
This is one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs. That's Run to the Hills. I love this song.
That's my 1B too. 1B too. Let's get into this. Let's get into this, man.
Good, dude.
It is.
It's a beyond fucking banger. And I don't even care. White man came. Like, that's so cheesy. That's it's terrible. Fucking cheesy. And it's just gross to sing along to, but it's fun, dude. It's fun. It's a perfect metal ballad anthem right here. Mm-hmm. I love the drum beat. I love when the song finally gets going and it kind of dumps into that like Maiden gallop, right? They love the gallop, dude.
Love the gallop.
And like, dude, there's so much tom rolls in this shit here. Like, that's all he does in this whole fucking song. It's so good. It's all deadly.
So over the top.
It's all deadly.
But they're perfect those drum fills, tom fills are the perfect you can't transition better than that into that big, huge soaring chorus that Bruce belts out. It's just absolutely perfect.
All those little doodle-dee, 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 like that part. Oh, they're just so good.
And they're like all of them are like flipping their guitars up like that too.
Yeah.
They're all doing that shit.
Like in the fucking Ventures or something, right? Dancing. Oh, it's so good. I love this thing, man. And then like there's a whole like Jack Black metal crescendo, right? From
I love it in that bridge, yeah.
Where he's just like that's what Jack Black did in Tenacious D in the metal, right? Maybe that was like inspired by this specifically or something.
Probably
because it was very reminiscent of it. But goddamn, it was cool. I like it. I love this song so much.
Like in that bridge and with that build up in the bridge, Steve is just going crazy. Like he's just playing so high up on the frets. And then and then Bruce is going, oh, it's just like going higher, higher, higher. And then that crescendo where he like screams it, like wails it. It's so good. And then another long drum roll back into the chorus. I mean, talk about perfect. Over the top. Absolutely perfect. It's it's so fucking good. Everybody just plays their part so well, so over the top. But yeah, and going back to the intro too, it's just the simple kind of hi-hat hits, it just drives the song so well. And then the note matching with the guitars and the bass, and then Bruce comes in, note matches, like it's all so over the top and perfect. Yeah. And then the intro, because it's not even the verse yet, it's just that intro, the white man came. It's so dumb the way he's telling the story. And it's so dumb,
elementary.
And then it all just kind of like rings out, and then it picks up again. Like it picks up again with a little bit faster drums, and then that verse kicks in, and then we're off to the fucking races. Off to the races.
So good. It's so fucking cool.
And what's cool about Steve Harris too, I mean, he obviously is an incredible bass player, one of the greatest. And I didn't know this until a few years ago, but when he does the galloping, he does it with all four fingers. He doesn't do it with just like two or maybe three. He uses all four to do the gallop at times. And I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around that. How do you use all four of your fingers to do it without your thumb?
I feel like you should be doing like an odd number because the triplets, right? Really, they're just 16ths, but like they're put in threes, so you should be using like three fingers. I thought he only used two fingers though.
I thought he used maybe I'm not remembering correctly
because I
thought he used all four.
But I thought because this was like a revelation that we had when we were jamming was we had. I think it was Phil who had said like, "Oh, I just found out that Steve Harris only uses two fingers." Like, what the fuck? How why would you even do that?
Maybe I'm wrong. I guess I'm wrong. Yeah.
But like, even if it's two or four, it's still an even number. That's dumb, right? Because a gallop it relies on those 3/16 notes. Like,
yeah, I guess it wouldn't make sense with four though. Then
but it wouldn't make sense with two either. Because you're still repeating. If you do like middle, index, middle, and then index, middle, like what the fuck does that even like? No. It doesn't make sense either way. Any kind of even number.
I'm trying to do it right now on my leg.
Yeah. If you're using three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's really easy.
1, 2, 3. Like the fuck is that? Nobody does that. Or 4, 1, 2, 3. 1.
Can Phil do it? Can he do it with two fingers, or does he use all three? Because Phil's a great bass player.
Yeah, he uses three fingers.
Huh. Okay. All right. Wow, that's wild.
It's I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's not like incredibly difficult to do, but I like.
But in 1982, I mean that's
for
crazy.
Sure, 1982, and I like when any bass player throws like random scales, like like those little things, like the end of like a verse at the end of a riff. Like I just think that's the bee's knees right there. That's just like the icing on the cake. Like you're already great, and you do that to lead into another part, to a transition when like no one even asked you to. That's fucking amazing. Love it.
Yeah, I do too. It's fucking great. He's a great bass player. I will say, like the weakest part of this whole record would have to be the guitars, Dave and Adrian. Not to say that they're bad, but they are the weakest part of this record. Come on, Bruce is weak, yeah, but you wouldn't have a song like "Run to the Hills" without Bruce. Like you could
take him out. I don't care. I don't need him there. I love this song so much without him fucking talking.
You love that chorus. You know you love that chorus, and even the intro, the first line, "A white man came."
It's just so dumb.
It's so but you have to have Bruce. Like you could take out Dave and Adrian
in this song, yes. Yeah. In this song, yes. But overall in this album, no, dude. Bruce is the weakest part for sure.
Okay. All right.
He's the worst.
It's a great song. Yeah, the run. I can never get over that chorus. It's so much fun.
So cool. Love it.
It's unmatched, man. Unmatched. All right. Lyrically, this song.
Lyrically, it's about the Euro settlers taking the Native Americans' lunch, man. That's it.
And the intro is from the perspective of the Indians or the Native Americans, and then the verses and the chorus are from the perspective of the settlers, the white man.
And to be fair, like again, this is 1982. Like no one's really writing music like this. No one's writing mainstream music like this. So I will give them that. But it's just like now, it's like who cares? Like you know what I mean? Like it's common knowledge. Like nobody cares anymore.
Did you notice too? He uses the derogatory term for Indian, the old school derogatory term for Indian, but in the Genius lyrics, it's written out as Indian, but I'm just gonna say it. He uses Injun instead of Indian.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So he used like the old style calling name for.
Is that derogatory?
I
mean, is that maybe more derogatory than just saying Indian
or Redskin? I mean, I guess it'd be just as derogatory as saying Redskin.
I feel like it's dated, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, dated might be the better word. It's not like I don't think it's like using the N-word really. But
probably not.
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we're being wildly offensive. I don't think so, but yeah, that's the song, and that's the song, and it's
sticking to it.
Yeah,
that's the best song.
It is the best song. It's their best song. I really think this is their best. This is my favorite song by them.
This is like my second favorite song.
After Phantom of the Opera, because I have to be cool.
Come on, are you fucking?
I have to be cool. I have to be different.
You think Phantom of the Opera is not their best song? Are you like? What are you talking about?
I think Run to the Hills is their best song.
No, Phantom of the Opera.
It is
just as hard as this. It's just as operatic as this. It's even better.
It's great. It's great. It's top five. It's top five Maiden for sure. For sure.
Oh.
But yeah, it's not
Butts for pooping.
That's true. They are. So what do you got for number 2? Go.
Number 2 is the Number of the Beast.
2B. All right. That's my 2B as well. My second banger. So what do you got on this one?
I like that opening. I like, he's just, I like a good opening, right? A good like spoken word opening, kind of ominous, a little spooky, but it's campy and fun. Apparently he wanted Vincent Price to do it, but he was too pricey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like, who cares? It's still good. It's still great. It does the exact same thing as Vincent Price would have done for a fraction of the cost. Who cares?
I forgot who did it too. I can't remember his name. I looked it up, but I forgot.
Yeah, something I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
There are other people on this record that spoke, and I did have fun diving into their past, but this one was not it. I like the guitar riff. I love riff.
Mm-hmm.
Love the transition from the intro into the music. The whisper shit, I think it works here. It's very Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I think like, man, like the more kind of metal music sounds like this, the more I think just Rocky Horror Picture Shows is like ahead of its fucking time.
It was
just did something so fucking unreal and unique and amazing. And Mila's Bad at Hell too. Amazing.
Man, that Rocky Horror that comparison, that's perfect. That connection is perfect.
Right?
It's time warp. It's time warp. Yeah. It's just the kind of the downstrokes on the guitar and the whispering. Yeah, it's perfect. That makes perfect sense.
Very much of that. And I mean, that's cool. I like to think that people take from other things and just make it their own unique thing. Because even though it sounds like it, it's completely different. But again, dude, his scream. He has a cool scream in this one too. Mm-hmm. And I like it.
It draws.
It's a fun campy metal song. Nothing to complain about here.
I know. After that time warp, kind of build up there. Yeah, it just ends with that wail. much like in Run to the Hills too. That ends with
Yeah,
that wail. It's perfect.
just like screaming.
And and it drops hard when it does drop into that verse. Oh, it's that riff is really really fucking cool too. Very thrashy, very very thrashy. You could tell this is where where Metallica got a lot of their shit from, as well as maybe not Slayer. Slayer's just in their own realm, but a lot of thrash in general in the '80s. Exodus,
Yeah,
bands like that, they took so much from Maiden, so much. I don't want to say Anthrax because Anthrax kind of suck, but yeah. Anyway,
they do suck.
anyway, the chorus super fun, super catchy. The 666, the number of the beast. God, it's so stupid. It's so over the top. Almost as over the top as Run to the Hills.
This one for sure. Like this may be their most over the top song they've ever done because this is the one that got them in trouble and people were going crazy from it. And they're like, it's not even about that, man. It's about like a dream and stuff, dude. That's so, like after watching a scary movie, I was just so scared. But it's like, dude, you're using these fucking buzzwords. You know people are gonna go crazy for this. Like, you know what you did. You know what you fucking did.
I know.
Own it.
It's stupid. Yeah, and they've gotten so much backlash over the years, but especially with this one, combining that with the album artwork and everything, which we'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, I mean, they're straight up just trying to poke at people, poke at religious people, specifically conservatives and stuff like that. And the title and everything and the name of the record came from it was inspired because while they were recording this record, there was a lot of weird occurrences happening, lights turning off, just shit happening, shit you normally hear.
So stupid.
And then apparently their manager got in a car accident with like a car full of nuns or some shit like that, and the bill that came back to fix the car was £666. So it's just like, come on, guys. I don't believe any of it, but it's all part of the lore and makes it fun and whatever.
But it's not a record about the devil. It's just about a nightmare. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
And then you make up this story. Yeah, it's just stupid.
But it's cute. I like that.
It is. And also I do like this bridge a lot too. It's kind of wanky. The guitar playing, the dual guitar players, you hear it kind of go back and forth. I do like that a lot. I feel like they don't do that a lot. Their solos are usually very straightforward, but it seemed like they were playing off each other a little bit more on this song, and that was cool. I did like that.
Yeah. This is not even like my favorite Adrian Dave dueling guitar solo thing here either, but it's cool here. Man, they have some cool ass parts. And like the more I listened to Iron Maiden, the more I was able to like differentiate between the two and pick out how they are writing solos and what they sound like. And just even like listening, I'm like, oh, that's Dave for sure. Oh, that's Adrian for sure. It was nice. It was fun.
All right. Lyrically, you kind of touched upon it. It was Steve Harris said it was about a bad dream he had. Apparently, it was influenced by the Omen 2. I guess Damien, the Omen 2 from 1978. I've never seen that one. I've only seen the OG, so I don't know. But
this is the sequel to the first one. Damien's a boy.
Oh, see, I don't even remember the names. Not that I'm.
But I was so scared. I watched this Gilly movie. I was talking about a Gilly movie. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, anytime I think of somebody being scared watching a scary movie, I think about how when you told me when you were a kid and you went to go see Congo in the movie theaters.
Oh, dude, I didn't finish it. Didn't finish it, dude. I didn't finish Congo. I didn't finish Apollo 13. Both of those ones.
I do remember seeing Apollo 13 with my dad when I was a kid. We were probably, I don't know, 9 years old when Apollo 13 came out, and it was intense. I didn't enjoy myself as a kid watching it, but I was forced to sit there and watch the entire thing.
Even now, I don't know. I just don't like scary movies anymore.
I don't either.
If I watch them, I have to watch them during the day.
Yeah, it's not fun for me anymore.
I'm up all night. Can't do it. Not worth it.
I don't like it. No. All right, so let's move on from the number of the beast. What's your 3B?
Hallowed be thy name.
The closer, huh?
Oh man, dude, it's like cheese ball after cheese ball after cheese ball.
Yeah, it's my 4B. It's my 4B.
This is funny because this with a title like this song sounds exactly the way you would imagine it to, right?
Yeah, really it
Like
does.
somebody said, "Hey, write a song that's titled Hallowed Be Thy Name." This is the song you would fucking write, right?
Mm-hmm.
It starts off with that first minute of just intro, like it's cool, but like when it finally does like kick up, it's just riffage and it's nice. And like, God, dude, Bruce just has to make sure everyone knows he's a singer. Like he just won't shut the fuck up here. But here's what I like kind of the pace of his singing. He's got that kind of like hip hop flow to it. It's he's not very like good at
I,
it, and it's
I
not
didn't
very
hear that.
smooth. But for a metal dude, it's definitely smooth. And it's cool.
Okay, I didn't hear that part, but yeah, the intro is the worst part for me. I just
Stupid.
it's very very stupid. But when it picks up, man, it picks up strong. And then it's a 7 minute song. It's the longest song on the record, and it is this kind of jammy proggy thing through a lot of it. There's a lot of really cool solo like guitar solos, some great back and forth here too. Um, Solid chugging, like Metallica esque chugging here. Really really dig that. Not as heavy as Metallica, but it's the style's there. I mean, there's so much on this record that reminds me of Metallica, like
Yeah.
Ride the Lightning era Metallica, especially. So it's
Except
fantastic.
Metallica really just they knew that, hey, this is what people want to hear. Let's just fucking let it play. Let
Yeah,
it play out.
yeah. It worked. It's worked for them. But I don't. I guess I don't have that much written about this song, but
It sounds cool though. Like the instrumental parts in this one, like they're their own little songs. There's little melodies to them, and
mhm.
I don't know, they're really really playful. Dave and Adrian are really playful on this song, and like some of the solos are coming up because the song's fucking 7 minutes, and like the instrumental part builds that way. But even when the solos finally hit, it's still really really solid. And like again, like this is the last song, so like, I know we're gonna have fucking solos,
Yeah.
and like I like these solos, and this is like the first time like throughout the listen through, this is the first time I was like, okay, I'm not going to see who's playing the solo. I'm going to see if I can just differentiate between the two. And this is the first time that I could differentiate that was Dave first and then Adrian second because of the way
Okay.
they play, and I liked it.
How did you know one was Adrian, one
So
was
you,
Dave?
so like
Like how different?
the
Yeah.
biggest tell was like the blues. Like Adrian plays a lot of
Mm,
blues in his solos. There's a lot of just like shit that you would hear like George Thorogood could play, but just with a fuck ton of distortion and a lot faster. That's how
okay.
Adrian kind of plays, just to like dumb it down in the most basic sense. And then Dave does these things, I guess they're called legatos, which you're just
Hmm.
basically kind of just doing like scales up and down, but you're just doing hammer on. So you only hit the pick once and you
Oh, okay.
go
Yeah.
like arpeggios kind of.
Yeah.
But like he does them so fucking fast. And then also, I think Adrian is just a songwriter that is also a good guitar player, whereas I think Dave is more like a dog, like chasing a car, as if like the Joker would say. He's a dog chasing a car. He just does things. He just go. I'm at as many fucking notes as possible. And then sometimes when you watch him live, he kind of like doesn't know where to go, and so he'll kind of like get out of the octave and do kind of like weird shit that doesn't really sound nice because he knows where he wants to end up, but he's already kind
Hmm.
of gotten there too fast, so he has to kind of like improvise a little bit. And
I
also,
like
Adrian
that.
will go all up and down the fretboard. He'll go like 3 octaves deep. He'll go like the low B all the way to the highest fucking fret possible. But I think Dave is a faster guitar player, definitely flashier. But Adrian is like a almost like a classically trained soloist, I guess.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good explanation. That's very
And
good.
and like knowing those two things, next time you listen to Iron Maiden, like you'll like, oh yeah, for sure, that was
Yeah,
Dave.
I'm gonna take a different kind of dive into their music then. Especially these early records. They're so good. They're so fucking good.
Yeah, they're
God
fun.
damn.
They're
Yeah.
fun.
Straight up fun. But yeah, I wish sometimes Bruce would just knock it off, man. Just can you imagine having these records without vocal, like just all instrumental? Like if they released just instrumental versions,
I'm telling you, I
that'd be
love it.
incredible. That would be
I don't
incredible.
need you don't need Bruce at all.
No, you don't. I mean,
Not
except
even
for
Run
Run
to
to
the
the Hills.
Hills. Don't even need
No,
him.
you do need it for Run to the Hills.
At our
That song's
peak,
too
when
good.
we were jamming to Run to the Hills and we had most of the song down pretty damn well, like it was fun to listen to. Don't need Bruce. Just don't.
All right. All right.
It's too much going on. You don't need him.
Also, to have a closer like this is rare because usually closers are slower, a little bit more somber. Usually never like the worst song on the record normally. But I mean, they end this record on a very 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 high note. Also, this is the third highest played song on the record. 167 million streams on Spotify.
I
That's
get it.
crazy. And then the next
Stupid.
one is Number of the Beast, or yeah, Number of the Beast comes at 266 or 236 million.
People probably
Crazy.
like that intro. To be honest, they probably love that shit.
Oh, the worst part of the song.
Yeah.
I just love too how Steve just drives this band along so well with his playing. Once
There are
again, just an
parts. I
incredible
think it
bass
was.
player.
Well, it was on Number of the Beast where Steve he fucking runs out of frets, dude. He goes so high on the bass, like like what the hell are you doing, dude? Like anybody else would have done that, it would have sounded like
It
shit.
sound
But
like
like,
shit. Yeah.
god damn, man, like you just ran out of frets, and it was really cool. It was on Number of the Beast.
So what do you have about the lyrics on this one?
On Hallowed Be Thy Name. Oh,
Yeah.
it's about it. Actually, this was pretty cool. Actually, now, again, nothing deep or crazy cryptic. Just like good,
The
introspective, well
story.
written
Yeah.
lyrics. Just about a guy who's on his way to get killed, and he's kind of like, "Oh fuck, man! Like, did I fuck up? Was I innocent? Did I do this thing right? Like, did God fuck
Yeah.
me over?" And it's kind of like just all these questions that maybe you would ask yourself while on your way to fucking get hung or shot or whatever they do to you. That's cool.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. All right. So yeah, you don't have any more bangers. What I mean, we might as well talk about the other songs. So we're only like 35 minutes into this episode. This is a
I have
short
two
episode.
halfies. I have two halfies. I have two half bangers.
Let's get into your halfies.
So Children of the Damned and The Prisoner are both halfies.
Yeah, the only songs we haven't talked about Invaders either.
Invader's not a banger for me.
It's a good opener though. Great opener. So let's get into Children of the Damned. What do you got on this one?
Children of the Damned. This is a half B because the second half is a fucking masterpiece, but the first half is
Yeah.
like acoustic guitar. Okay, it meshes well, I guess. Whatever. It's kind of building into just a normal Iron Maiden song. Like Harris loves doing his little iconic little scalage that he likes to do. It's all over here, but it's just like I just don't care. I don't care. I want to hear the second part of this song. The second part is where it gets good.
It gets really good at that part. And this song, out of all the songs on the record, this one was the most Metallica for me. This is like Fade to Black. That's what this is like. Even the drums sound like Lars. Like his beats are very, very similar to what Lars would have done, especially especially like on the slower songs in the 80s, which they didn't have a lot of. But Fade to Black. Fade to Black was inspired, or this song inspired Fade to Black, hands down. It sounds so much like it. So much like it. So I don't know. That's my thing on it. But once again, yeah, the first half of the song it's whatever. Mid-tier Metallica. But yeah, the latter half picks up. It builds and picks up so nice with those solos and everything that come in. Even the solo reminds me a lot of the main guitar solo in the song Ride the Lightning, Metallica song Ride the Lightning. They're very, very similar. Like the tapping and everything that he does,
just like
really
fast
eccentric
tapping and fast. Like he's just trying to get it out as fast as possible.
It's very, very similar to that Metallica song, which Ride the Lightning came out 2 years after. Came out in 84 or 83, 84, I think. Yeah, so 2 years after this one did. So it makes sense that Metallica would be inspired by Maiden. I mean, makes perfect sense. Even though I think they're more, from what I've heard and read, they're bigger fans of the Paul era than they are the Bruce era, which makes sense too.
Yeah.
So because it's the more aggressive era.
But nobody should be bigger fans of the Bruce era. That's a fucking fact.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Lyrically, it's based off of a film called Village of the Damned and Children of the Damned from the 60s. That's what this is based off of.
The British version, cool, though. I didn't know there was a British version. I only thought it was a John Carpenter film.
Did I say British?
No, it's based off of the British one, but John Carpenter did a remake of it in the 90s.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Which I thought that was the only one, but I never knew the original that existed.
Okay. Yeah. But it's an actual remake, or is it just the same title?
I think it's like a whole remake.
Okay.
It's like one of the worst movies of the 90s. It got terrible reviews. We fucking hated it.
Okay, that's why I've never heard of it. I don't know. But yeah, Children of the Damned. Let's get into, what was the other one? The Prisoner, right?
The Prisoner.
Okay, let's get into this.
What's your 3B?
My 3B is The Prisoner.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It's Hallowed Be Thy Name, and then Invaders, then The Prisoner. That's what it was.
Okay.
So Prisoner's my 5B.
All right. That's all right. Yeah,
So let's get into it.
this is a half E, a half B. I'm not gonna playlist it. I don't want to sit through this fucking intro. I just don't. Just I get it. It's ominous and also silly. Like, I don't love how it slows down after. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like you got to pick a better song, right? Like Bleeding Through does it best, right? When you have that stupid fucking intro, there was a firefight, and then what happens after that? Instant insanity. Like that's what you need after these intros. You need instant insanity. This one like slows down. Like, what the fuck is this? It's stupid.
It's very heavy.
Straight stupid.
It's a very heavy riff. Probably one of the heaviest they've done at this time.
It's just so fucking slow, dude. Like, it's dumb. Don't build me up with this cool, like, ominous spoken word thing and then drop into like a slow ballad. Like, fuck off. That's stupid.
Dumb. But it does pick up a little bit.
Eventually.
It starts the whole chugging thing and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's fast enough. I guess like 30, 45 seconds, but like all momentum's already lost.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Now I'm just done.
Because the riff isn't even that good. The big heavy riff after the spoken word part, it's kind of boring. It's whatever. I don't really care.
And the whole song just lacks any sort of like cool melody. There's nothing really great here. Even for a metal band, like, it's just, I don't know. This is mid-tier shit here.
Steve has some cool bass parts though in the chorus.
Steve is always going to have some cool bass parts. So like I'm trying to, I don't know. I guess when I'm trying to like put these songs against each other, like I have to take him out because like, he's always going to be just, you know what I mean? Like, fuck him, dude. I get it. I don't even care. He's an asshole. Fuck him.
He's an asshole.
But like, this is one of my favorite solos on the whole record because it starts off with that cool like pre-solo, that drum, that doodle 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 doodle, and like we heard that in, like, Phantom of the Opera, and it's cool. It's a very easy thing to do, like Boy Easter Cult, right? Don't Fear the Reaper, the doodle doodle before it really drops in, and like it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of soft and tame. But then like we get everybody else, and then Dave jumps in with his solo, and he's just like, he just has like a rock star solo here, just like a fucking Slash-esque solo, and it's bigger than life, and it's fucking amazing. And like, again, it's really telling other play styles because Adrian seems to be the more thought out songwriter because his solo is kind of like, I don't want to say quieter, but it's a little bit more tame, a little bit more technical, and it's kind of just building onto the song and allows Dave to be like bigger than life. And that's a good like Adrian solo here, whereas Dave is like the rock star, and I don't want to call him a one trick pony because he's really, really fucking good guitar player, but
you can call him a one trick pony. It's fine.
He's kind of a one trick pony, dude. Like, Adrian's the better guitar player for sure.
Okay. Fair. All right. That's all I have for The Prisoner. I don't really have much. I mean, the lyrics.
And the lyrics. Hold on there, dude, because this song is based off a TV show called The Prisoner, dude. And the concept of that show is actually pretty fucking cool. And
it is cool. I did read about that too.
So like a guy just decides to quit his job one day because he fucking doesn't like it or whatever. Who gives a fuck why you quit your job? But because of his job, it's kind of suspicious. So they throw him in this thing and interrogate him and think he's a spy or whatever the fuck. Who cares? So like, what's the fun part was there's a Simpsons tie here. Like the Simpsons kind of parried this. And one time Homer got a computer and he learned how to use it. And what he did was just make this online pseudonym, Mr. X, and he just brought gossip to Springfield. But when he ran out of real gossip, he started to make shit up. And one of the things he made up was that the flu vaccine or the flu shot gives you superpowers or some shit. And so this weird tribe of like super secret agents kidnapped him and threw him on an island. And there he met number 6. And like, I know exactly this episode. I know fucking like verbatim who this guy was, but it's the voice of the guy from the TV show. Like one of the last things he did before he died.
Yeah, I read that too.
And I never like looked into it or anything. And that was fucking cool.
And I guess they were huge fans of the show, or at least Steve was. And Steve was really nervous about calling and getting the go ahead to use the thing or whatever. And the guy's like, "Yeah, do it. I don't give a shit. Like, you're a heavy metal, you're a metal band or a rock band. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do this right now." So like they were very, very on board with the whole idea and the intro and everything. So I thought that was really cool.
Hey, it's cool.
It is. So
see? Simpsons is good. You should watch more Simpsons.
It's fine. I don't know what it is about it. I think parts of it are funny, but overall, okay, it's fun. It's fun. But
Dude,
it's
like
dated. It's dated.
the first 10 years. No.
I feel like it is.
No. Well, you didn't watch this. How would you even feel like it is? Fuck out of here.
Wait, what?
The first 10 years of Simpsons is damn near fucking beyond banger perfect.
Okay. It's fun to watch. Let's just say that. So yeah, there's one last song. It is a banger for me. It's the only song we haven't talked about, and that's the opener, Invaders. Dude, this is a great opener. It's fast, it's quick, it's aggressive, it's kind of wild. Steve is all over the bass. He's all up and down. It's frantic. The chorus is short and sweet. It's fun to sing along to. And then like the end of the song, the last verse, like Bruce really goes for it. It gets kind of guttural and just really lets it wail. Like this song it's 3.5 minutes long, just under 3.5 minutes long, and it's straight to the point. I think it's a fantastic song. I think it's a great opener. Playlistable, for sure. Playlistable.
Yeah, see, I thought that I like this song. I thought it was a banger at first, and you get through the rest of the songs, and you think like, damn, man, this song didn't really do much for the album. It didn't make the album better. Didn't make it worse. It's just it exists.
It's just a great song.
It's all right.
It's a great song, dude.
There are times when the song kind of sounds like it's very like technical pop punky, you know, when like pop punkers get kind of like technical in their riffage and get a little aggressive and heavy. Like it kind of sound like that sometimes.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool song. I have nothing negative to say about it, but like no, I would never playlist this song. No.
That's crazy. That's silly boy talk. And the lyrics, you know, it's about a Viking attack on England. So it kind of just details that little story.
It's about the Saxons invading England, actually.
Whatever. It's all the same. Who cares? It's all the same. Who cares? Right, Skip? Right, Skip? We're gonna get a paragraph written about this. We're gonna get like a more early morning walk with Skip telling me how it's the Saxons who invaded and not the Vikings. And
I think they both invaded. I just think like they were just different. Like one was like, I mean, the Vikings were not like a people. They're like raiders, right? They're just like pirates, like different sects of people who wanted to be Vikings. Whereas like the Saxons were like Germanic people going over to attack England and invade. Whereas like the Vikings were just like the douchebags of the Nederland era, the Icelandic people. I think. I
don't know. World history from 1,000 years ago. I'm just not an expert. I'm sorry. Just not an expert.
I'm not an expert, and I don't care either. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah.
Vikings came. That's all he fucking writes about is people going and attacking England, or Indians too, I guess.
All right, so yeah, I mean, we've covered all the songs, maybe not as in depth as some Iron Maiden diehard fans would have wanted, but honestly, who cares? Who cares? I mean, I was surprised at how many live records this band has put out, how many compilations they put out, how many documentaries have been made about this band over the years.
Insanity.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's so much more to talk about with this band. And once again, we're not experts. We're an overview of it. But when we do other albums, I'm very excited for it. Like I would do all 5 of their first records. Hands down.
I think for sure, like the next one we could do is it's going to have to be like Iron Maiden.
It's going to be Iron Maiden. Yeah. We got to do the Paul. We got to do the Paul era next, and then I think like we should do Power Slave,
and then Power Slave.
Go back to Killers, and then finish with Peace of Mind at some point, because Peace of Mind still is a great record.
If we do Iron Maiden's Iron Maiden, and then we do Power Slave, the only next logical thing to do would be one of the Blaze records.
We should do that just for fun, yeah. So I guess we got 5 Maiden records that we could do, you know, down the line. God, it's so stupid. Except I'm not going to do a rankings. I'm not going to listen to all 17 Maiden records ever again. If we ever do them again, I'm not going to do all 17. That's just
this is a one and done.
Yeah, I put it to bed. That's it. Also, I didn't know this until this week too, but Bruce Dickinson.
Oi, Bruce Dickinson, oh.
Hello, governor. So what was I saying? Fucking hell.
I don't know. Bruce Dickinson.
Bruce Brickinson, yes, Bruce Brickinson. He was in another band called Samson prior to Maiden, and he still was under contract with them. So he actually wrote three. He had co-writing credits with three or four of the songs on this record, but he couldn't officially be a songwriter. So he doesn't. I don't think he has like publishing rights or anything like that because of his contract with Samson. But so that sucks. I mean, I think Run to the Hills. Yeah, Run to the Hills, The Prisoner, and
Number
Children
the
of the
Beast.
Damned. Yeah, those are
It
songs.
sucks.
Yeah, like the big ones. You know, he doesn't have the songwriting credits on that one.
He's
I
still
think
in the
Steve is the
band.
only one. Yeah, that's true. Unlike Paul.
Dude, Steve wears that little thing on his wrist too, like the little sweatband. Looks so cool.
Does he wear a sweatband? I feel like he wears
Yeah,
like
his
a
right hand he
spike,
wears a
like a spike
sweatband.
wrist.
It's like a black like tennis style sweatband. It looks so cool.
I guess. Also, what's cool about this record, how like kind of layered and not layered, but more complex that the record is. They recorded and mixed it in 5 weeks. That's very fast. Yes, it's 8 songs,
Yeah,
but it's like 45 minutes of music, and
yeah,
that's a lot. So that it's a fun little
and
fact about
technical
it too.
music too. Like it's
Yeah,
not easy stuff.
yeah. So, and then one other thing I read about, which I thought was pretty funny, was that which we'll also get into the artwork, but this relates to the artwork. But a lot of like conservative Christians would come out to the concerts, burn their records, break their records, and all this kind of stuff. But I guess there was one religious group that actually would only smash the records because they were too
Yeah,
afraid if they burn the records by inhaling the fumes, it would be like inhaling like the devil or something like that.
you can't do that.
God, it's so stupid. It's so
Like forget about
stupid.
just like actually burning plastic and inhaling plastic
Yeah,
fumes. It's the devil thing that'll
it's
get
the
you
devil.
for
Yeah,
sure.
it's ridiculous.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, some people like showed up with like 25-foot crosses too to the shows. Like that's fucking dude, that's so metal. Like that's
Dedication,
so
dude.
cool. Fuck man, if I knew there's gonna be a rally like that and like people are gonna show up with like big ass crosses to like protest against whatever band's playing, I'm gonna go buy tickets for that band. I want to see that band. I'm just gonna go do it. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, let's get into the artwork real quick, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. Give our final
Derek
thoughts and
Riggs,
rate it.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
Derek Riggs. He did the album cover for this one, as well as the records from Iron Maiden's Iron Maiden through, I believe, Fear of the Dark. Whatever. Wait, no. What came out before the Blaze era? Before X Factor?
He did. No, he was Fear of the Dark.
Was Fear of the Dark the last one?
Yeah,
Okay, which is that's my favorite cover art that he did for the band. I love that cover art. It's so cool, man. It's the colors and the like the imagery. It's cool. I love it.
it's very maniacal laughter. That's what
It
I get
is,
from it.
yeah, from Bouncing Souls. Yeah,
I do like it. It's definitely like top 3, maybe at worst top 5 Iron Maiden records or cover arts.
cover art. And he also did he did, I think, all the single artwork too. And there's a lot of cool single artwork too that we didn't touch upon.
Yeah,
But he did a lot of rad shit. I think Run to the Hills has like 3 different versions of the single cover, so that's cool too. I think, or was it Number of the Beast? I don't remember.
Run to
But
the Hills they re-released to help cover some costs for Clive who died. And they
mhm.
re-released a single with different artwork, and I thought that was kind of cool. But it's like I don't know, just
It's
pay
cool
for it,
art.
dude.
Yeah, yeah. So
Whenever
yeah,
whenever like bands of this magnitude release something to help like raise money, it's like bro, just pay for it.
yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean? Just fucking
They probably do
pay
it for
dude.
like a tax write off or something like
God,
that. But yeah, so the album cover for this record, The Number of the Beast, it has their mascot Eddie in the background, with strings like a marionette controlling the devil, a picture of the devil, which looks like Salvador Dali. Like they tried to make the face look like Salvador Dali, which I thought was funny too because he's such an ugly man. And then in turn, the devil has a marionette of Eddie as well. So it's like who controls who in the world. And I like it.
honestly,
It's
not
fun.
my favorite. Not my favorite. I would
It's
not put this
fun.
in top 5.
For theirs, no, I wouldn't put this in their top 5 either. But it's still it's a cool album cover. It really is.
It's. I mean, they're all cool, right?
Mhm.
It's all cool. And of course, did you know that he signs every one of the things that he does?
No, so it's like a hidden little thing on there.
Yeah, there's a symbol like the symbol is kind of similar to like the Code and Camry symbol. Like there's like circles
Mm.
and triangles and shit coming out of it. but he signs all of his stuffs.
I like that. That's cool. I think
And you can
most
see it on
artists
the
do
album.
that. That's cool. I like that.
Eh.
I think he's one of like a really, I think he's like a really underrated artist who does like album covers. Like, Storm Thurgeson's
For
really
sure,
popular.
dude.
There's a lot of guys who are just iconic in the scene and doing music or album covers, but people don't talk about Derek Riggs enough.
And
I think people just
that's bizarre.
Yeah.
Because dude, like, Dark Side of the Moon may be the most recognizable cover art of all time. Yes. I mean, everybody knows what that is. But you show a lot of people like any Iron Maiden cover and they're like, oh, I think that's that metal band. Like, everybody fucking knows what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that this guy gets like zero recognition in like the art world. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't fucking know anything about art. But to me, I just don't hear anybody talking about him in the way they talk about like Hypnosis and shit like that.
I honestly didn't know his name until this week. I knew it was the same guy who did it all in the 80s, but I didn't know his name.
I only know because like Phil and Tony talk about him.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, it's their era. They're older. They're a bit older than us. And
the old guys.
This is like
old guys.
Mid 80s. That was their teenage years. Of course, Iron Maiden and shit like that. They fucking love
like
that
30
shit.
at that time.
When Phil listens to this, he's gonna be pissed.
That's cyberbullying, dude.
That is, dude. Well,
yeah, we didn't cyberbully skip one time, did we?
We did. I think we did. No, we did. About the Saxons invading the Vikings, and I said he's going to write.
Oh yeah, and how he's going to like blow a fuse because they. To be fair though, I did say the Saxons were not the same as the Vikings, so
that's true.
Get mad,
but then I'm gonna get it. He's gonna leave us a voice message or whatever and say, "Well, you're wrong about this. Tyler's stupid. This and blah, 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 blah." You know how he is.
On his little fucking walks. So I don't understand half what he fucking says, because he's so feisty. And
oh shit, not cyberbullying, dude.
There it was. See, we always gotta have one.
Yeah, we gotta do it, of course. So I don't know. Do we have anything else on the record? Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else here. No, it's good.
All right, so
that's truly it.
So yeah, final thoughts from each of us. Then we'll rate the record based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So what do you got, Jeff? Go.
This may be like their most popular record. Like, probably is their most popular record. I don't think this is like quintessential Iron Maiden. I don't think this is absolute listening Iron Maiden. I think if you want someone to hear the best of Iron Maiden, I'm not going to throw this in there. I throw in Iron Maiden's Iron Maiden. I throw in Power Slave, and then I throw in Peace of Mind. I think that perfectly encapsulates everything that is great about Iron Maiden. Not this. This is cool though. This is still fun. There's a lot of fun things about this record, but overall, I think that's as far as it goes. It's fun. Run to the Hills is kind of like the outlier here. This is definitely the song that like unfortunately is on this album, because now like I don't want to get rid of this record because that song is so fucking cool. But man, I don't like everything else on here. So I don't know. It's fine, dude. There's 3 bangers on here. There's 3 bangers on here. And even like Hallowed Be Thy Name, there's not 5 bangers. There's 3 bangers, but even there's one for sure banger. And then Number of the Beast is also a banger just because it's popular and just because I've heard it a lot of times and it's cool. But really the only true banger here is Run to the Hills. The only true
it's so good.
True blue banger is Run to the Hills. That's it. This record's not great. It's not bad. It's not great. This record. So if we're doing like our ranking system, man.
Mm-hmm. Which is the 3-point rating system. Yeah.
The only system anybody should ever be using.
Exactly.
It's stupid to use otherwise.
And everyone agrees with us on that.
Man, this is gonna sound rough. Okay. All right.
What do you got?
This gets a 1.75.
Oh, you're an idiot. What an idiot.
I'm purging this.
You're so stupid. You're so dumb.
First of all, a 2 means that I'm going to listen to this again. Why the fuck am I listening to it again when I don't like half of these songs? That's stupid. Hold on, dude. That's called a waste of time, dude. I'm not going to do it. That's silly boy talk. So why the fuck am I going to waste my time? I'm not giving this a 2 because I'm not going to listen to it again. I'm not going to do it.
You're not going to raise taxes either?
Read my lips. I am not going to do it. So I stay true to our ranking system. I'm like you, who's probably gives a perfect 3, even though every single song on here is not a perfect 3. But go ahead.
So yes, this is a truly iconic record that has inspired thousands of bands over the years, including a band like Metallica. So, and I get it. I totally get why people love this, especially in the 80s. Jeff with his little mini pizzas over there. But I get why people love this record, especially back then. This is so. It's just there was nothing like it at this time, and I get why friends of the pod like Phil and Tony why they love this. I totally get it. But you know, you and I grew up in a later era. We grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. We had Korn, we had better bands, you know, things like that. So I do think this is a fantastic record. There's no stinker. There's nothing bad about this record. There's some fantastic songs. Not every song's a banger. Not every song is perfect. But Run to the Hills is the certified banger, the best song they've put out. I don't make the rules. And with that, I'll give this... Shut the fuck up.
It's so stupid. I don't make the rules. Like,
it's true, I don't.
Fucking guy.
So I'll give this a 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Because I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to get this on vinyl. I think it's a fantastic record. I have no problem with it. It's just they've done better albums than this. They've done 4 better albums than this, and it sits as a 2. It sits as a 2 for me. So that's all I got. You got anything else?
I don't buy 2s on vinyl, so I guess that's the difference.
Okay,
so.
no, what? That's not true, dude. That's not true.
You
have some shit in your collection. You have some shit in your collection.
I only buy 2.5s at the very, very, very minimum.
That's it. You're wrong. You're wrong. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify. Rules. Go to Spotify. I don't even worry about. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. As all the kids say, go do that. Thank you all for listening, and that's it. That's all.
Shorts.